And it's a little breezy today, so hopefully the microphone isn't bothered by that. I didn't put my corn patch in last year because it was so wet and miserable in the spring. I couldn't plant it early enough. And this year I decided I'm going to work this up, although I'm super busy and I got lots of other work to do. Sometimes you just have to do things you like to do. Plus, you know, if I don't do this now, then that's it for the year. I don't get another chance until next year. So I worked this up with my Land Pride reverse tiller on my tractor. Boy, does it ever work nice. It rotates in reverse fashion. And although this isn't what I would call sod, it had a lot of weeds and grass and stuff on it. And it just mixes it right up and turns it into perfect seed bed right away. And normally I'll run the tractor and then I'll sow it, and then I'll run the tractor again and then I'll sow it, just so that everything is nice and smooth. And that is because the actual sowing process is done with my Earthway seeder. Something my dad gave me before he passed away. And I'll just show you some of the features of it. Handy little kickstand, which really isn't that good unless you're on a hard surface. If you're on the grass or the dirt, it doesn't work. The front wheel kind of opens a little bit of a path, a little V there. And then this part, you adjust up and down. You can see different measurements on here, and you can adjust it so that you can plant 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch deep. And so that opens the little seed trough, and the seed drops down in there. The little chain kind of covers, kind of pulls the dirt back in over it, and the back wheel is smooth, so it sort of packs it. It's got a feature I don't use. This bar here, you adjust this thing up and then flip this bar down, and it drags along and makes a line in the dirt for your next pass, so you can get your rows even spacing, etc. I put my rows a little farther apart, so that's kind of not very useful to me. And the seeder comes with a whole whack of these discs, and they have different sized little cups and different spacings, and each one of them has the name of the type of seed on it that you can sow. And this is just says sweet corn medium. Other ones have many different seed types, and there's, I don't know, there's 6 discs there. You can sow anything from asparagus to zucchini. So what happens here, you see what I did there? Is that disc, it just slips in here, kind of like that. And you just turn it a little bit and it tightens. It tightens kind of as it turns. Okay, and as you drive, there's the belt on the front wheel here. I guess that's why it's got little treads on it, so it turns the belt. The belt turns the metering cup. Dump your seeds in here, and it just drops them down the hole in regular intervals. I find that I have to, if you're not seeding a lot, I don't seed a lot of seeds, so I have to kind of drive with it like this a bit to get the seed to slide down in there, and shake it a bit sometimes. So, but you know, that sure makes short work of sowing corn. It's fast. You'll see here in a second. Sometimes it bungs up with the debris in the garden, but we'll make the best of it here. Get it going, and then there we go. And I think it's working, but it's working. Sometimes you just have to lift it up and clear it. I wish I didn't have so much trash in the garden. You can look right here, and this is where it falls in. You can see where the seed, that one didn't fall in. It falls down the hole there. Okay. Just down the hole. Works a little better when I move a bit faster. So. Yeah. And that's, I remember now, that's another reason I tip it, because sometimes it doesn't fall in as readily Okay. So I'll stop there. So this is kind of an exercise in how to grow $50 worth of corn with $30,000 worth of farm equipment. I'll do this one. Need to get a way to hook this thing behind the tiller. I wouldn't get any exercise then. I'm done planting corn for this year. How about you, Ian? You done planting corn yet? While I had the garden tiller on the tractor, I decided to go over this old apiary. I've worked it up. It was so rough after the flooding last year. I'd made a lot of ruts in the mud with the tractor. It's far from smooth now, but I have a little harrow. If I have time, I'm going to tie that to the tractor and run around in there a while. It takes quite a while because it's not a very big harrow. And smooth it out, and maybe I can broadcast some pollinator seed in there. I've got some bagged seed that should come up and be something for the bees this year. So anyway, that's what I've decided to do on a Sunday afternoon. It's Monday, May 22nd, 2023. Today is my 13th wedding anniversary. I'm very thankful that my wife has put up with me for 13 years. So we had a little celebration Saturday, went out with some friends, had a nice meal. It was really good. So it's a special day, but there's a lot of work going on today. Of course, it's a holiday today too. It's what we call May Long Weekend in Canada. It's Victoria Day, celebrating Queen Victoria's birthday. Regardless, in the apiary, it's a gorgeous day. The forecast daytime high today is 29°C. That's incredible. We do have some high smoke here from the Alberta fires, so it doesn't get as intense as it could. The sun is still very warm, but you know, getting that nice sunny, blue sky, sunny day is what really drives the bees. They are getting out though. There's a good little dandelion crop going on the lawns. There's some wild plums and whatnot here. So really happy to see all of that. Chokecherry should be soon, and hawthorns as well. So today in the apiary, what I need to do here right now is I made 18 little queenless nukes a few days ago, and so I just need to go in there and do a cell check and kill the rogue cells that they may have started, just as I've done before. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll check in on a few others and make sure we're not having problems. I should be in the middle of swarm season right now. I'm a long way from that, man. Yeah, this was my year. Last year sucked so bad, this was my year. But got to move on, right? So I'm doing my best. Going to make up some nukes to recover. And of course, anticipating my season, I had ordered 100 queens, which arrived tomorrow. I got nowhere to put them, except for these 18. And, you know, sometimes people's generosity really humbles me. I had a friend contact me a few days ago when he got wind of my situation. And he said that he would buy all of the queens that I don't use. So that stress is off my mind. My stress now is just using as many as I can. I've already paid for them. And then counting off what I can pass over to him. So I am eternally grateful for that kind of thing. You know, for some reason I've ended up with a lot of really awesome people in my life. And he's one of them. I actually have another friend arriving here today. Again, got wind of my situation. The fact that I got no bees and I got all these queens coming. And he's bringing a whole ton of bees with him. I don't know exactly what he's bringing. I think it's going to be mostly bulk bees that we can make queenless or broodless nukes with the bulk bees. And, you know, the conversation is we will work out compensation at a future date. I do business with this gentleman otherwise, and he's turned into a really good friend and a really, really generous friend. Very generous man. So I'll let you know how that goes. Probably not going to video that whole process because when people come here, I'm all business. It's kind of like I don't want to use up their time to make my content, sort of thing. I'm a beekeeper. I'm not a YouTuber. Okay, so that's kind of how that goes. And we're going to be making up broodless splits. What I've got here is I've got the little tractor, and I've brought out a few boxes of comb. This is honeycomb. This is nice and clean, fresh honeycomb from last season. And then I have my pile of because I was going to make 100 nukes with my 100 queens with my apiary. I bought 100 pro nukes, so now I have a skid of pro nukes sitting here too. Regardless, I'll use those up. I'm not too worried about those. But so we got the comb here, and again, I don't know exactly the extent to what my friend is bringing, but I will take every bee that he wants to spare at this point. And so we're going to put them in some nice fresh comb with a nice fresh queen, and you know, I'm setting my sights on 2024. 2023 is in the books as far as I'm concerned. My season has been determined already, and it's going to be a poor one as far as honey production goes, which is really too bad because I sell every stitch of honey I have every year, and so I'm going to probably be low on honey income, and I'm forfeiting my nuke income. But you know, I have to not get down about that stuff. I just have to deal with it. I have to soldier on. It's going to be, well, it might be bad. It might be hard. I don't know. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough trouble of its own. That's what the Bible says. You worry about today. And today, when I check these nukes for rogue cells, I'm going to get some bees here. And tomorrow, I'm going to get some queens. And so, let's go do some work. Okay. Again, these are queenless. And most of them, I think, were one frame of brood. And I'm doing these in pro nukes. And mostly because I don't have a lot of other equipment right now that's appropriate. I have some 4-framers I could use. They have screen bottoms. I felt that the Pronukes would offer me a little bit of a warmer space, but you know, I might be wrong. So you can see that these are very weak. That's all I can do. My apiary is weak. I have to make as many of these as I can, as quickly as I can, because my season is advancing. I've tried to put fairly clean comb in these. Just trying to get away from any illness. Okay, so here's a pretty nice looking frame, but I can't see the cells, so I need to shake those bees off. So there's a cell along the bottom here. There's another one there. Okay, so that's clean. Now I'll have to shake this one off too. They definitely hide those cells, so you're best off to shake them off. These are not queens, these are drones in here. Sometimes emergency cells, they don't stick out very far. Just the nature of them. Okay. I'll go around and get that one. Holy smokes. There's a queen in here. Why is there a queen in this box? There's no notation on the lid. Oh dear. Okay. So there's a queen in this box. What happened there? I'm gonna have to mark that. I just put a Q here. That is very strange. Makes me wonder if now I have a queenless colony here. Perhaps my helper ended up relocating my queen for me. See, there's one I almost missed. Now I've got 2 weeks before these are a threat, but it's a really good time right now to do this, so that once I introduce the queen, this one's kind of weak, but I'll get her going. Once I introduce a queen, then I don't have any stress that, oh, I gotta go and check those, you know. I can just let them sit and chill out and get used to that queen, let her lay a while. I'm glad I saw that queen. I was just about to shake them off so I could see the frame better. I'd have shaken her right in the bottom. Like this. These are nice and strong. Oh, smoker. I think this one was made up with not enough bees, and this brood might have died. That's expensive. I'm not blaming the help, but sometimes the help doesn't really understand what's required. So I guess I am blaming the help. Well, I do it too. I make up weak nukes. When I do, I own it. That's just the price you pay, because I do need and want help, so it's just the price you pay. You got one going there. That was a one framer. That's it. Guess I better look for queen, eh? There might be a queen on these. Oh, and look, I didn't even see those. Look at those cells in the middle there. I did not see those before I shook it. I clean this bottom. The Pro Nukes are not real deep, so if there's comb on the bottom, it binds up on the bottom of the box. You've got a cup going here, but there's nothing in it. And this is definitely a merging brood, which is good. It's just boosting population right away. Yeah, this one's stuck to the bottom now. I can see a cell there too. I'll get everybody settled in, and then I need to equalize all of my nukes. That's not a queen, but okay, I think that's it. Glad she was a marked queen in that other one. Love it when you get brood comb and it's fresh. It's such a nice golden color. These cells are quite far along. They're already capped. Too many bees to look. I guess if there's a queen, they shouldn't be making cells. So. See, they're emerging and they're actually taking advantage of that dandelion flow. Backfilling that. Emerging brood is exactly what you want to support the population, increase the population. Dandelion flow is giving them the nourishment. This one's got a nice population. Oh, that didn't go well. Ow. Okay. Pollen coming in there. So they may be small, but they're doing the job. They're emerging before my eyes. That's good. That's what you need. Okay. I filled my smoker with a rolled up piece of cardboard today. It actually makes pretty nice smoker fuel, but it burns pretty fast. I'm not using much smoke, so that's okay. Okay, this is weak. This is really weak. It's warm weather, so you know they'll support a queen, and by the time They have accepted that queen. Wow. Boy, whoever made that sure didn't put enough in it. And it might have been me. And I rehomed these in the sheds, so there shouldn't be a lot of flyback. I think there shouldn't be any flyback. Okay. See, again, if there's a frame of bees and brood, I can put that in there at this point. Yeah, I got jelly in those. This one might be 3 frames of brood. I mean, not 3 slabs by any means, but 3 frames with brood. See, this was more mature brood. It's emerging, so that's not going to have any cells. Emerging brood really is what you want. It's just hard to get a whole frame that's, you know, just like that, especially in my current circumstance. You know, I could have taken that frame over there to the other nuke. Because this one has pretty good population. Plenty of brood. There's a little cup with a larva in it. Okay. There's lots of cups on this, but it's not a brood frame. They're just doing that just because that's what they do. Okay, I see a cell on this one. A couple cells here. A little cup there, but it's empty. That smoker. There's not much breeze today and keeps shifting, blowing on my face. I think that's it. Oh, except for the last frame. Thought it looked kind of spacious there. I have been down about my apiary. I've been not even wanting to come out and work bees or look at my bees because it's depressing. I love coming out and looking at a strong colony that's progressing and laying well and sheets of brood. And that's not what I'm seeing. Next year. It's always next year, right? Except one time there's not. But that time there's not, I won't be worrying about it. Looks like a pretty nice little population in here. That's great. You get all excited when you shake them off like that. Some more cups on this new frame I put in. You don't have to destroy those. It'll be back tomorrow. And there's some cells. Started here. They got jelly in them. Nice larva in that one. And there's some fairly well developed cells here. I don't feel bad. Queen cells, you know. But these are not the cells you're looking for. So, move along. Last one. That's kind of weak too. It's emerging, so that tells me that the brood is quite mature and likely not going to produce cells out of that. But this brood is younger. Oh, that's not my lid. There we go. Ready for queens. All right. So much for that. Oh yeah, I have my bee inspector show up today too. What's he going to inspect? He can look at anything he wants, as long as he doesn't make fun of me. It's pretty grim. But oh well. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I don't think there's going to be anything much else. I'll catch you up tomorrow on the developments, and hope we have a good day here, and I hope you have a good day too. So stay safe, have fun. It's Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. Oh, that's 2323. I've got a bunch of queenless nukes out here that I've been making over the last few days, and I have a bag of queens. There's quite a few of them in here. There's, I think, 30. What should I have? 32, 34. Anyway, I don't think I have quite that many nukes, but we'll see how this spins out. So this is not going to be exciting stuff. I'm just going to open the lid, drop the cage in, and close the lid. I think I might pull back the cover a little bit, and you'll see in a minute what I mean by pull back the cover. There's a little different cage than you see here in North America. These queens are from Ukraine, so deep into Europe, and they're affordable queens. You know, I'm glad that we can support the people of Ukraine. They're good people, and they're having a hard time right now. But you know, they come at a good price point, and I can't say that's primarily why I buy them, but that's, you know, one of the benefits of buying them. So regardless, I'll just kind of show you what I'm going to be doing here. I don't think I need to wear a veil. It's a nice day. It's 20-ish, maybe a little warmer than 20 C, but it's breezy. It's breezy in northeast breeze, which is kind of a weird direction. But I'll show you what I'm doing here with these. All right. So one of the nifty things about these cages is they snap together both sideways and this way, so you can make a whole sheet of these depending on how you're shipping them. These queens are marked red for 2023. Some of them are bigger than others, so we'll see. Now, what I was saying about sliding the cover back, there's some things about these cages I like. They've got nice access holes through the sides and the bottom, not the top. One thing I don't like about these covers is, I guess I just don't understand, and I see no benefit to. There's two doors. You may not see them, but there's two little doors. They snap off, so they don't close up again. And when I got them, I opened the small door, and I expected them to eat the candy, release the queen. Well, that didn't happen, and I actually lost a couple queens. There's a queen excluder pinch in here. The queen can't get out. The workers can get in, the queen can't get out. And I'm anxious to release these because I can see 3 dead attendants now. So what I usually do is I'll put them in and I'll pull the cage. You can slide this top as a little tiny dovetail. There's a little detent here that holds it. and I'll slide that right back to bear the candy, and then they can get at that candy, and then the queen gets out. I'll set this on the frames just like this, so that then they can access between the frames here and on the sides. And also then when I come by, I can quickly look under that cover and I can see here, save for the label, if the queen is in or not. And if she's not, then I can just slide that right back, or if she is in there, I'll just slide it right back. And that's the third day. So this is day 1, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday will be my day to slide that open. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that in there just like that, and hopefully I don't lose any queens. Boy, this is not very strong. I'm wondering if I shouldn't put it between the frames on this one. I might just do that. I'll just pinch it in there. Hopefully it'll be okay. I just don't want it to chill. I don't want it getting cold in there. I always want to check for that queen running around. I don't think I have recourse at this point. Yeah, see, I slide that in there and then they can't eat that candy. If I slide it in sideways the way I did, I can't see it good enough. I'll break the end out. I think what I'm going to do with these is, if I slide them between the frames, I'll break the large door off, if I can. I don't know. There we go. So that's the large door, and now they can eat that candy. They've been in here a while. I think the tenants have got a good start on the candy, I can see. So we'll put that. This one's got a good population. I probably could put that on top. But, and I'm going to change this one, open that. I'm going to open that end door on this one now. It's just a little different configuration, and you have to decide what you're going to do with it. Close it up. And one other thing you can do with these, I think they're a pretty well thought out cage. One other thing you can do is, if you don't slide the top back, there's a little handle here, you could put a toothpick in there and hang it between the frames. But I think it's going to hang in there just fine without. Some of these are really not very strong. That's my fault. It's not going to be wretchedly cold in the daytime. I think the nights are still kind of cooling off. You know what? I need my marker so I can mark these queens. These are called a Carpathian queen. So just put a C. Met a friend at the store and I told him how I usually set them on top. So now I'm doing something different. But I did caveat that. I said if it's not warm, then I wouldn't do that. So I didn't lie to him. I'm not wearing my veil, so I have to be very careful. That skunk in the apiary, it stinks. Windy, like I said. This one's a little stronger. Oh, this between the frames thing seems to be working. The only kind of downside I can see, the way I like to do things is now I have to pull that cage to see if the queen is in it or not. Now it's a little bit weak. These were not made up to be real strong, you know. I'm gonna put that on no vent. Oh dear. Where's all the bees? It's a little circle there, that's why I put that letter. It doesn't matter, but yeah, yesterday I worked out here all day and it wasn't windy, it was such a beautiful time. Now today everything's blowing away. It's nice, these queens come marked. So they're all got a nice big red dot. As long as that red dot's moving around in there, we're good. Holy smokes, that's weak. Just when I think they can't get any weaker, they do. Goodness.